Well, namaste, VHR. I'm going to go ahead and do our weekly raid review. I want to go ahead and start with congratulations to the raid team. We were able to get heroic Imp down after a couple attempts last night. We were able to execute it. We transitioned really well into phase 4, and super proud of that. That's actually a really big milestone for me. It's kind of like a coming together of everything. We were really calm and patient and focused on what we needed to do. We've shown that actually in quite a few of the fights that we've been doing at Blackrock Foundry. And so I just want to say overall to the team, really great job. I know the last couple of videos and writings have been Debbie Downers in a sense of, pointing out where we need to improve and things like that. But that's an element that I don't want to put in this video this go around. I'm really proud of what everyone's achieved. Our time and our effort has really brought us to this juncture, and I hope that we can continue in that direction of success, by putting in the time and things of that nature. Again, I'm also offering help to anybody that needs it in Guild. We need to make sure that instead of looking at it like carrying, because we all carry in some way or another when it comes to what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it in the game, because that's what a team does. Everybody helps in some way or another, and it leads to success if we all learn to cooperate and work within the structures plans that we apply. That if anybody does need help, please ask me or please ask somebody correspondingly in the guild to assist you. And if they don't help you, let me know, because that's not what I'm about and that's not what our team's about. We need to make sure that we're focused on trying to provide the best development that we can. But that also means that on you need to make sure that you're taking the steps to be able to be prepared. Not only does that mean asking for help, but that means also putting in the reps, in LFR and in normals and pugs, whatever. You want to raid, you have to raid. So that means doing it at different levels of difficulty with different people, and learning how to come up with your own battle plan and approach for what you're doing when you're in content. And then when you get to working with us during our time frames and schedules, you'll be at a peak performance. You'll be able to apply your strategy and be very successful at it. So, let's keep up the help all the way through and through. And like I said, again, I offer, if you need it in any way, please just come and contact me so that way we can do what we need to do. Reviewing the logs. Some of the elements that I want to point out involving reviewing the logs center around that certain applications of techniques work better in certain attacks. So, for example, doing some specific research on your class and that's relative, for example, to the bosses that you're going to be facing in an evening, could show, for example, that a certain spell just works better than another, or even, for example, in your class, like another DPS spec could be more advantageous for you when it comes to it. So use the logs that are available that we post. Warcraftlogs.com is another great source. WoW has there's quite a few of them, so just type up Google Warcraft logs and you'll be able to find what you're looking for, and just kind of find out and see what other people are doing. If a certain spec works better and it's like top 10 parse, top 25 parse, and its presence is constantly there, and you're doing another branch of it and you're wondering why you're struggling, you could find other ways. That's a really easy way for you to be able to take that kind of information there. Another aspect too is that in the WoW forums, for example, for each one of the classes, there are some very smart people out there. And this is something that I picked up a couple of months ago that I want to share with you. Go ahead and, for example, run your own logs on Tuesday night, /combat logs, make sure they're working, make sure you have some format that you can upload them to. And then what you do is you take those and bring them into the forums for your class and for your spec. And you can put it up, and then you just put something really nice with it, like, hey guys, I'm really having problems with my spec, and I was wondering if there's anything that I can do to improve on it or anything like that. And then post it up, and then just check on it for a couple days in a row, and you're going to get some amazing advice from some very intelligent people that are just they're just going to break it down. Now, is it going to be sweet and like a piece of chocolate? No, it's going to be all over the place. You're gonna have some people that are gonna give you some very acute information. You're gonna have some people that give you some broad information. Expect a troll or two. There's no doubt. I mean, they're there. There's nothing you can do about that. But the information that you get from it really will help you develop as a player, especially when it comes to different bosses and things like that. And rating signups. Let's continue with the signups. We've had a really good show consistently of that, of at least the tentatives being done. I'm happy with accepted. I am completely content with tentative, and I'll be honest, I'm sad when I see decline. But those three things are what we need to see on a consistent basis. Failure to show up for at least 75% or at least 3 events on a weekly basis that I lead will result in you being demoted down to member. And if you want to continue rating, you'll have to speak with Boom, who's going to reiterate the importance of 75% attendance. This is an element that I picked up from several of the conversations that I have consistently with GMs and other guilds, including mythical guilds. And that's where they go even higher. They want full time. They want you there 12, 15 plus hours consistently. You know, showing up for their raids 3-4 times a week, for example. So I'm just asking for 3 days consistently, so that way we can always balance out our schedule and have the necessary personnel present. For signups involving mythical rating, they're going to be really high. You know, you're going to have to show me really high raid attendance. You're going to have to show me, you know, good raid awareness and other elements that are associated with the standards. And then when that mythical roster comes formed up, like it's a precedence. It might only be 1 day or 2 days a week to start with when we start introducing it come March or so, but it's going to be really soon because with the heroic kill on Imperator, we're in a position where we can start doing, you know, mythical Kargath, for example, mythical twins, instead of doing heroic, for example. I'd like to get some more reps, of course, on Imp, and we're going to go ahead and keep clearing it because it's actually a really good base for us to be able to get BOE still that sell and crystals that sell, which adds more and more income into the guild bank, which will assist when 6.1 comes out, for example, on food purchases and things like that. So that's, you know, that's a really important night for us to be able to be successful and consistent. But what you're going to see is more heroic BRF. You're going to see normal heroic BRF. Those are all going to be present, and then we're just going to kind of transition into, you know, doing one night, doing another night, doing another night, and then maybe reinforce with whatever one's going to yield us the most potential. We've brought in a couple of new members too, so please say hi to them. Be open, introduce yourself, work with them. That's one of the things that's really important with a team. We need to make sure that we're always communicating with each other and interacting. Use Facebook, use the website. Remember on the YouTube channel too, if you could click subscribe and actually, like, if you've got other friends too, get them to the channel, because I feel a lot of the material that we've created already that I've put up is really sound, and I would like to get up to the 1,000 subscription platform and be able to kind of go from there. Any elements or any personnel that wants to sit there and work with me too, involving like graphic design work, or I need some help with a Twitch overlay skin, so that way we can start broadcasting the channel consistently. I'm purchased Comcast today, and so tomorrow I'll be getting the 100 megabyte modem and download rate to my home, and that's shared from, you know, up and down the street, but I live around a lot of older adults and whatnot, so they might do a little bit of Netflix streaming up to about 11 o'clock, but you know, most of the day and most of the night, I got pretty good bandwidth to my house, and this will give me better upload, which means overall our raids are going to look really, really good. And that's all that I really got to talk about. Just remember to continue to focus on developing yourself as a player, developing the strategies that we have. Oh, one more note, right? Got another idea that I was kind of pandering around with some of the people last night. For Blackhand, what I wanted to do was with Imp, I kind of did a lot of it myself. For a lot of the strategies at this point, I've done it, you know, majority of it by myself. What I want to do for Blackhand is I'm thinking about doing a live broadcast like this where we get all on Vent together, and then we use the Twitch channel to do a live broadcast directly to the dry erase board, and then as a team, you know, I'll schedule it like an event. Instead of us rating, we'll basically spend an hour doing a breakdown of Blackhand on heroic, and then producing our own strategy together. So that way everybody's really on point. We kind of all have a really good idea, at least a majority of us that attended, to be able to focus on it and put together a really solid battle plan. So let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Any other ideas too that you want to go ahead and put out there, please let me know so that way I can work on it, and keep on rating, VHR. Let's keep on knocking them down, okay?